What is up, guys? My name is Game, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be about Apex Legends, as you can see on your screen, and I'm going to be making a tier list of every legend all the way up to Season 8. Now, just to be clear, this is my personal preference, and if you do not agree with it, that's okay. Put it down in the comments down below. Who do you think should be where? Things like that, all right? So we're just going to go right in order. First up, we have Bangalore. I am going to put Bangalore at a C. I put Bangalore at a C because her double time passive ability is phenomenal. It can get you in and out of situations really fast, especially if you're getting shot from behind and you don't really want to fight it. Then you can just run with her double time and then use smokes if necessary. As a normal legend to play with a team, I wouldn't say she's the absolute best, but she definitely is not the worst. Next up, we have Bloodhound. Bloodhound is definitely an A. Why I put him at an A is because his scan essentially you can track a whole squad. He's the tracker of the group. He is most definitely a team player. You can scan buildings, make sure there's no enemies in it. You can scan the survey beacon towers to find the next ring. His ultimate increases his speed and puts characters as like red, and you can see their footsteps, so you have a better image on them. And he definitely is still used a lot by most people to this day. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a super high win rate, just like Wraith. So that's why I'm going to put him at an A. Right. Next up, we have Caustic. Caustic, I think I'm gonna put him at a D. I was thinking about putting him at a C with Bangalore. But Caustic, he's very positional. He's very positional like Rampart, and once I get to Rampart, I'll talk more about that. And it's more so that, he's good. You just have to know when to put your Caustic traps down and when to throw in your Caustic ult with your gas grenade. And it's just, I feel like people who know how to play him can play him, especially with his nerf this season. I feel like he's way more well balanced, where his gas will dissipate as his team is eliminated. So I just feel like putting him at a D was probably best. Maybe just even put him at a C if you prefer, depending on if you're a main of him or whatnot. Crypto, I feel like I'm gonna put Crypto at C. Now, people might not agree with that because Bangalore, because Caustic under Crypto. Well, Crypto, I feel like he's going to get buffs in the next coming seasons or the next patches. Crypto is like on the rise, I'd say, because people who know how to use them and know how to recon, it's like really good. Considering it's a team-based game, right? You have to have people who know what to do and what not to do, stuff like that. And with him when you can see the banners that usually show the champion squad, it'll usually show you how many enemy squads are in your range of your drone. I feel like that's super helpful and makes you get an idea of what's to come. I did see this one good buff recommendation that some people had in the Apex community, where when you go and you find the enemies, you can see what color shield they have. I feel like that would give you much more of an idea of what you're pushing into and stuff like that. I also saw another thing where different colors for different squads, because Apex is a game of third parties for sure. So I just feel like it's Crypto is a team player. Looking from a team perspective, he's good. Solo, you don't really gain much from him. Next is Fuse. Fuse just came out, and after playing with him some more, after hitting on him, I'm going to put him at a B. So why? At the start of Season 8, I played him quite a bit, and I just couldn't get a grip on him. His character was kind of odd. His playstyle felt odd to me, and I just didn't like it. So I put him down for a while. My friend was playing him, maining him, and all that good stuff. But now when I was playing by myself more, trying to get like a second main into the group if I can never play Octane, and situational stuff like that. I definitely feel like he's a lot better. I feel like he will be on the rise at some point too. I feel like he's kind of with Crypto there, but just a little bit better with your grenades, and you have increased range with your grenade shots with his arm, and his ult can just block you off in any situation. People are always talking about how many legends can get out of his ring of fire, but I still feel like even if they push back, having a fuse on your team, using that ult, and your teammates knowing, oh, they're going to push forward, we can push forward, depending on where they get out, you guys have the advantage, all right? But I just don't think he's one of the best yet. Next is Gibby, or Gibraltar. I would put him at a C as well. Well, yeah, I'd put him at a C. That Gibbies who know how to play Gibbies are super good, and they're super good to have on the team. His dome of protection is awesome, and his ult, it's just like Bangalore's, but in a sense it has his like own uniqueness to it, right? Concussion, and it will do a decent amount of damage if you can throw it in. But I just don't think a lot of people know how to play him. People who know how to play him are super good, but if you just pick him up, it'll take a lot of practice. Like several of these people that I'll probably have to go over soon here. As a Caustic, for example, he takes skill, but it's just, certain people know how to play him and stuff like that. Next up, we have Horizon. Horizon is S tier automatically, right? Anyone who can pick up Horizon is going to pick up Horizon and play her. Her playstyle is simple. Her abilities are simple and straightforward, and they're easy to use. And people who practice with her will know the maneuvers and all that stuff that could better benefit you and your team. The gravity lift just lifts you up, and it gives you that boost. It's just, honestly, if you play this game, it's a given. Lifeline, I'm going to put at a D as well. This is probably the situation with Gibby and Caustic. People who know how to play her are good, but picking her up is just not kind of it, I would say. She, her res is useful, and I always like to have that on the team when I can, but people can easily just come in and two-shot you, especially in ranked when you are getting res from Lifeline. When you're getting res from a Lifeline, people are just going to come and insta-thirst you unless you guys are far enough away. But even if there's an Octane, it's just I feel like now Lifeline is too situational. I feel like she needs a buff for sure. Maybe getting extra heals maybe off spawn. That might be asking for too much, but you catch my drift. Next is Loba. Okay. Loba mains. We all know why you main Loba, alright? I could even put a picture on the screen for you right now.
Wow.
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia of...
And that's exactly why you main Loba, okay? That, or you probably like her teleportation. I'll admit, it's good. But Loba is too... I will take this from a TikToker named Obrodo. Or Obrado. I can't really pronounce it correctly. He was saying that at a certain point, Loba becomes useless because her abilities are focused around looting and taking. When you're late game, you don't need to do that. There'll be death boxes around that you can grab all your stuff from that you need and to restock on everything. You don't need a black market final zone, right? Especially in ranked. Especially in ranked, you're not even going to, it's just... Her teleport might be helpful, but it still has a super slow time to activate. It takes the whole process of taking off the ring, throwing the ring, calling it down, teleport, then you grab the ring, put it back on. It's just, I don't think it's good enough for Loba as a character and looking from a ranked and a team perspective. Next is Mirage. I'm going to put Mirage at a D as well. He, even though he got buffed, I think it was this season too, where his decoys got increased HP. He still isn't that. I guess this is just another example of people who know how to play him are good, but people who pick him up are going to need to practice, right? And I'm not saying that because I'm bad with Mirage, okay? Mirage is fun to play. I just don't think when it comes to a team, there are other people like Bloodhound or Crypto that could better benefit the team and knowing where another opposing team is. Next, Octane. Guys, you're going to want to hear me out on this. I've been waiting to talk about this forever. I'm putting Octane in S. Now, here's why. Hear me out. Don't start booing yet.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Don't, but hear me out. I may be an Octane main. But in terms of playing Octane as a team and not solo, Octane is one of the best legends. That is my hot take and that is my opinion. Here's why. His jump pad can easily put you in and out of situation with your whole team. So it already kind of outplays Bangalore in that way, where double time, you can speed up, get out of a situation, get in really easily. Then you're going to want, like, you can't bring your whole team with you with the double time. Octane, you can use your jump pad, especially with his buff, with the crouch. You get more of a horizontal and you get more farther. Or if you just hit it straight while standing, you could just jump higher, get higher. You get into situations easily and you get situations out easily. I have had several situations where I've done that in ranked, and we have gotten me and my randoms, because I solo queue in ranked, so I will probably make a video on that sooner or later, rather soon than later. Anyways, where I get into a situation and me and my team can easily take out a squad because we're in that situation, and I usually try and throw my Octane pad like halfway into the fight, so if any of my team needs to get out, we're out. We can go reheal and then run and take it back. Next is a stim, right? If you use his stim, instead of being a loot goblin or rushing into battles by yourself, you rush with your team, like say your team's far away, you can get their banners, run, or you can run into the battle with them, come in late. Sometimes might be helpful because your teammate might be getting slapped, but you still have full HP and you can rush in and do a lot more damage. Because say your teammate took a bunch of damage, but really was trading with the other person, and you just come in and just kill them, that's one less person you got to worry about, right? And his passive regen got buffed back when Horizon came out in Season 7, which was super helpful because now he heals faster, so you don't necessarily need to carry medkits, really. I don't. I carry syringes because that's all I need. Because most of the time I'll be healing up and my passive healing will be healing myself. So then I don't have to worry about that. It's just too many. I feel like there's too many good things with Octane right now, right? At the beginning, Octane was a questionable character to put up higher, but I was still going to main him anyway. I'm going to be an Octane main till I die. But now where his place is at, I feel like he is perfectly balanced in that sense if you play as a team. If we are thinking about this list as playing as a team, Octane definitely deserves to be up at S rank with Horizon. Now, after that long spiel, I'll get moving on to the next legend, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I am going to put at I'm going to say C. His grapple is kind of hard to use, but once you master it, you're just going to be slapping people left and right with Pathfinder. That's just obvious. He's got the Survey Beacon passive, and he also has that one ability like Fortified, but it's for the skinnier people like Wraith and Path, where the hitbox is smaller. I know he had hitbox adjustments a couple seasons ago, but I still feel like in that sense, whenever I come into a Pathfinder, I kind of am wary a bit about that. Next is Rampart. Rampart, I'm going to put her at an E. I put her at an E instead of an F, like most people probably would have, because of her buff this season. Her Fortified Wall is able to gain 45 health right off spawn instead of just 1. So now her abilities are being much better used, but still her character's too situational, so it's just not good to put her up higher. But, like I said, my opinion. Watson is next. I'm going to put her at a D as well. Why I do that is because I feel like her ult is helpful in some cases, like say you're pinched and you just want to pop it, and then it can give you quick shields on the run. Fences are good, but usually people see your fences, and usually people know how to take them out, kind of like Caustic in that sense. But I still feel like she, Watson mains are like, have been maining her since when she came out back in Season 2. But I just feel like she deserves to be a little higher. Next is Wraith. I'm putting Wraith at a B. I'm not going to put Wraith all the way up top because her, I feel like her character is more solo than Octane is. Why I say that is mostly because of her tactical ability with the phase shift, because she can just run out of a situation and leave her whole entire team, right? But if you put her portal, then that brings her up a couple spots, right? But you need to know how to put the portal correctly and how to maneuver it in such a way that it won't get your teammates caught, but you guys can easily escape, just like Octane. If you know how to do that, I definitely think Wraith would be S tier. Knowing me, I don't know how to do that yet. I'm trying to get better with Wraith, but I think it's better to just put her there and kind of in the medium. And Revenant, I'm going to put at an A for last legend. Now, why I put Revenant at an A is because the meta this season is Octane, Revenant, and I believe Bloodhound or Horizon, right? Where Revenant pops his death totem, you throw down Octane's jump pad, and then you just go in and you just start firing, right? And once you do that, if you can't die, you go back to the death totem, and then you can heal up and jump right back in the fight. And I feel like his tactical is super good. Once you know how to hit your shots and learn how to hit your shots, you can just pop it. That's just 10 damage right off the bat, but then people lose their abilities. When legends lose their abilities in this game, it is super crucial in the time crunch, especially with the fight. You just can't. You need to. You just need to fight. That's pretty much it. You can't really run away, especially if you're Octane. Revenant is a huge counter to Octane because Octane really relies on his abilities, so it's kind of scary to run into one as an Octane, right? So, anyways, guys, that is my Apex Legends Season 8 tier list. Like I said, my opinion. Anyone on here, could be switched however you please. Like, say you main Loba, you'd probably put Loba at S or A, right? You might agree with me, but, I would like you guys to put comments down below who would you change in this and why? I feel like it's good to get a different perspective on people's opinions about different legends and stuff. I like hearing about it. And I just feel like it's good energy, having a good conversation down in the comments down below. So anyways, guys, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, smash the subscribe button to come back for not so weekly, but, consistent videos somewhat. I've been trying to find good video ideas, so if you guys have any, make sure to put them down in the comments down below. It'd be really helpful to me, and I feel like next video I'm going to be putting out is going to be just like a normal walkthrough. I'll get a good ranked game, and I'll show you guys my thought process and probably why I solo queue too. I'm solo queue and I'm plat 3, so maybe I could be of some use with tips and stuff. So anyways, guys, that was it. Always remember, choose the game, and peace out.